Poducer.
We're good, Mace. We're running. Let's run it, baby. Welcome to the podcast. This is Poducer, the podcast for producers. Today we have Dr. Ushūu.
Yeah.
If you could just introduce yourself for the audience, just, what do you do?
So I'm Dr. Ushūu. I'm a bass music producer from Paris, France. Suburbs of Paris. And I'm actually I was born in Portugal, so I'm Portuguese too. But I make bass music for under the name Dr. Ushūu for 4 years, since 2019. And I'm here in Chicago, and I'm chilling with the homies right here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sir.
We're so you're on a tour.
Yeah, I'm on Spaghetti's tour right now, the Noodle Select tour.
I'm not familiar, but that's a dope name.
Yeah, and I guess I'm not wrong. Fuck, but I'm on tour with Spaghetti. I have my own side shows, like I did in LA for the Uber and Faizo tour, and at Texas, at the Texas headline show too that I did in Dallas. And I have my own shows on the side, but I'm mainly on the tour with Spaghetti, and it's been amazing.
Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, we're gonna get into shows because you've played a lot of cool ones.
Yeah.
But we also start out with just a fun little question, which is, what was your first concert that you ever went to?
EDM or?
It could be EDM. It could be just you went to the local whatever, and there was people playing music. So
I don't know. I don't remember my first concert because I have a lot of backstory. My father, he used to work with a band, so I've always been into music and concerts and the touring life. Mainly at the time in Portugal, my father was working for them as a light technician, so I was just there, and sometimes I would go with them from town to town. And so for me, I don't have a legit first time on a concert, a normal one, but my first EDM concert was Keizo in Paris in 2019. I was, I had a friend. He was like, "Yeah, Danny, I just won 2 tickets from a giveaway, and you want to come with me?" I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah!" So I went from my work. I used to work as a receptionist at the time on a hotel, so I went from my work straight to the show, and I was the only guy there with a suit. Because you need to wear a suit, so I was the only guy there with the suit, and I was like, "Oh shit, what the hell?"
Were you hot?
Oh fuck! And then I was I was there, and I was enjoying every time. I remember, now he's at the time he was I didn't knew him, but now he's a big producer in France. That was Aztec and doing the first party, the warm up.
Wait, Aztec, the DJ?
Yeah, Aztec, yeah, the DJ.
Bro, I know him. I think I went to school with him. But anyway,
no,
unless it's a different guy.
Yeah, I think it's a different guy.
Does he make trap? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's from
different guy.
Yeah. It's Aztec with a D.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was he was doing the first part there from the show, and then Casey was doing a set, a 1 hour 30 or a 2 hour set, and I was like, oh my god, this is a show. I remember first time headbanging. I was I had this chick right on the left. She was looking at me. She was holding my what's it called? My body here, and she was headbanging. It was what the hell? What the hell is happening?
She was trying to teach you how to headbang.
Yeah, how to headbang. Because I was what the hell is happening? Why? I never went to a show, so yeah, it was my first show back in the day, and then after that, I was you know what, I want to do this. I wanna DJ for people. I wanna do whatever he's doing. You know what I mean?
And was he playing like mostly like I remember Keizo when he was kind of coming up, it was like this like trap, but then also he would throw in like hard style and like it was very heavy.
Yeah, he was throwing like dubstep mainly and hard dance, and you know, I was like, oh my god, like dubstep live, what the hell, like that's a thing. I mean, I knew that was a thing, but like I was always watching like, you know, people like Slender at the time and like Nightmare at the time. Playing dubstep on Facebook, you know, like you know, at Ultra, whatever other festival, and it was like, bro, I never went to like I never thought there was like dubstep events in Paris, especially. So I was like, oh fuck, like there's real dubstep in Paris, like what the hell? And yeah, I went to discover more, and yeah.
Nice. Were you into like electronic music before that? So you were familiar, you said, with Slander and whatever, but you hadn't been to a show that really like sealed the deal. Yeah,
because you know, from my parents, like I couldn't actually go out, and you know, I was always afraid to ask them out, you know, to go out, because it's like, oh shit, like a show, there's a lot of drugs, alcohol, and I don't do like that shit. So I was like, oh fuck, you know, I don't want to be on an environment where everyone does this and I'm not, and like I'll be the weird guy, right? So I thought that people will judge me because I'm not doing that. So people will find me weird because I won't do that. So, you know, I was very, very, you know, close to like MySpace, because, you know, I'm also a nerd too. So I won't go out.
We're nerds.
Yeah, we are nerds. I mean, and I wouldn't get out because of that. You know, I was like, yeah, that might be cool, but might be expensive, might be, you know, people will judge me, so I'm not going, right? And like my friend was like, yeah, bro, come pull over. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then I did it. It actually was like the best thing I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
You know, and actually it's super cool.
It was like the spark.
Yeah.
Was that also something your parents instilled into you, that like you weren't like doing drugs and like doing all that shit?
Yeah, I mean, my parents were, you know, like very, I mean, they still are very like Christian, and so they were like, yeah, don't do drugs, don't do whatever. And like, even like, you know how all the church and religion is against, you know, the nightlife. And so
yeah,
I was still put this in my head, like, yeah, nightlife is a bad thing for me, so I'll stay away from it. But I was also wanted to actually like experience that, you know, like being able to experience and like judge in my own fucking way, right? And when I did it, it was like, bro, it's not how people from the outside portrayed it.
Yeah, you can go there and not do all that stuff. And the thing is, like, if you're already listening to music like that, where do these shows happen? It's like, it's a nightlife thing.
Exactly. And it was super good.
I would almost say that, like, people who don't do drugs while they go out are appreciating the moment more. They appreciate the music and can be more present, right? Versus, you know, you take a pill and you're out for 4 hours and you kind of come back and you're like, that was fun, but you don't really remember.
You were just lit. Yeah.
I've had friends, you know, stopping doing drugs because they were like, I'm not paying like a $25 ticket or $35 ticket or whatever to go to a show, take a pill, and not remembering of each fucking set that I saw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not good.
It's not worth it. Yeah. It probably all just becomes a blur at one point too.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So what point did you move from Portugal to France?
So I was like 11, 12 years old. The situation in Portugal was like real bad. I mean, it's still real bad a little bit, but like it was real bad. Even the government was like saying people, yeah, you guys need to move from this country because this country is fucked up.
What's going on? I mean, I'm just like so oblivious. What was happening?
It's a crisis, bro. Like, it's like, you know, everything is just like the prices are super high for people. The minimum wage of Portugal, it's around $600, which is like I mean it's euros, but like it's 600 euros, which is like, you know, super low.
For like 2 weeks?
No, for a month.
For a month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then rent is about like 700. So, you know what I mean? And then you have bills, and then you have whatever. You know, I mean, you have cool spots that you can pay, like, I don't know, 200 for your rent, and it's all right, but like it's super far, and it's not on the town, and you know, life is going like super expensive there. And you know, my parents were my mom was a little bit sick. I had like two little brothers at the time that they were babies. I was 11 years old. You know, my father was like, yeah, I'm gonna try France, and if it's cool, you guys all come. And you know, he went there in January in 2011, and I just came there, like, you know, in fucking, I don't know, in August, and we just moved there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it was cool. It was not cool because I was like, I had friends there, and we, you know, I was like, bro, I have my best friends here. What the hell?
Are you still friends with them?
Some yeah. I mean, we're still friends. All, like everyone, we're still friends. But just like, you know, we don't see each other. We don't talk for years.
Yeah.
Or,
no, I get it. Yeah.
You know, but like, there's some friends that actually I speak to them. I actually met them again this year because I went there in fucking February, and you know, I went to my hometown there. It was like 10 years. It was being like 10 years that they didn't actually went there, and I went to my hometown, and I was like, yo, shit, and people were like, I was like, bro, I almost had in tears. I was like, bro, I'm watching my friends here, my hometown. You know what I mean? And it was super good.
Yeah. That's cool, man. So France, you like it? I mean, I know you're moving around right now a lot. It seems like.
So France was really difficult first, because first, you know, in my mind, if I would move from Portugal, it was to go to England, because all my family was there, from my dad's part, and every time my dad was talking about moving from Portugal, it was always about England. And then moving to France was like a shock to me.
I thought we were going to England. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was. That's why I speak English that well, because you know I was learning English since my young age, and like, you know, thinking it as like, you know, really my second language, so I can go to England. And then, you know, the shock was there. It was like, oh fuck, we're moving to France. I don't know shit about France. The only thing that I knew about France is a fucking Eiffel Tower, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. So we moved to France, and it was a hard time. Like at first, I didn't actually like really adapted. You know, from the first 5 years. I'm gonna lie, and you know, especially, you know, I was at middle school. You know how kids are at middle school. You know, you suffer bullying, especially when
you don't speak the language. Yeah,
especially you don't speak the language. So I was just like, some kid was just coming at me. I would just beat them. You know, because they're like, bro, what the fuck are you speaking? What the fuck you're talking about? And you know, like one guy was speaking to me and like laughing, and then everyone was laughing at the same time. And I was like, bro, I don't understand your language. Like, you guys are all laughing. So it was a little bit difficult the five first years. I learned in French super fast. I think like in 6-7 months I was already like fluently speaking French.
Wow.
And then like, I don't know, like for me the first 5 years were tough, and then I found EDM. At the meantime, I started, you know, go out, you know, like, you know, like learning things, and you know, now I cannot get rid of it. Like,
you're stuck.
Like, I'm like, bro, I love friends. I love everything, everyone there. I have friends there. I have like my best friends are there. So I cannot think about moving, or even like, you know, I will freak out. You know what I mean? Like moving, for this, like my whole life is there. My family's there.
it's home.
It's home, exactly. Like I'm more at this point I'm more French than Portuguese. You know, because it's been what, like 13 years that I'm in no, not 13 years, but like 11 or 12 years that I'm in France. So I moved there, I was 12. I'm 24. So, you know, it's literally half of my life there, you know, and whenever I come back to Portugal, I feel like it's home. My family is there. You know, I speak the language, but like I don't feel totally like I'm my home in Portugal. It's more like France, because my house is there, my friends are there. If I want to go out, I know where to go out.
You know where to,
exactly.
That makes sense.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so we saw a little DJ Mag article that you had, and it was saying how, you know, you're fluent in a bunch of different languages, like Portuguese, French, English, and then it also was saying how another one of your languages is beat making. So I want to just go into, when did you start producing music? When did you pick up a DAW? When did that all start happening?
So first DAW I picked was not really a DAW. It was in 2013, like the end of it. There was a website called Club Create. Really dumb website.
Are you familiar with that, Mace?
Club Creation?
No,
Club Create.
Collab Create.
No, Club
Create. Club Create. No, I haven't heard of that
before.
So
it was a website like with loops. It's not out now. Like it's not.
Oh, we'll find it.
Yeah. Like, so it was like a website at the time that you just go there, and there was like a bunch of loops, and you just like assemble them and make a song
on the website.
And there were like some, how's it called? Some stems from other tracks that you just like align them, make a song. And it was like, oh my god, I just made the song. It's so easy. And I was, you know, I was a kid that I was diagnosed with being gifted. So when my brain is always, I mean, you know, a gifted kid, for the ones that actually know, it's like, you know, it's you can, when you're gifted, you're not the best kid of like doing everything, right? When you're gifted, you're just the best on one thing. Not the best, but more like, yo, your brain just focus on one thing. And like my brain always focused on creation. I would love to create. I remember I was in musically was forever. Like I remember I was 7, 8 years old. We were chilling at my grandma's house, and I just go and tap on the fucking table and start like taking some lyrics, and my cousins were like doing the same with me, and we have actually a running gag about it, because we created a song called like bread with ham, and it's super dumb, but it's our running gag until now. Like I'm 24, my cousins, they were like 20, 22. So imagine, like we were 6, 8 years old at the time. So it's still forever.
So you guys were like,
yeah,
and
exactly.
then like singing lyrics,
lyrics, and you know, my brain always created. I was always creating music somehow. So I went to this website. I was like, oh shit, it's easy to actually make music. So I had this group of kids. We were chilling, and we were actually freestyling. Like someone was doing beatbox, and we were rapping at fucking middle school. It was awesome at the time. And you know, I went to my friend. It was like, yeah, I'll create music. It was like, oh, me too. Yeah, and he was like, yeah, which DAW you use? I was like, what the hell? What is a DAW? He was like, yeah, like a DAW. You just like a software to make music. I was like, I don't know. I create music on Club Create. It was like, bro, this shit is ass. And it was like, what? Like,
you're like, dude, this is sick. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And he was like, no, this shit is ass. I was like, the fuck? And he was like, yeah, bro. download FL Studio. And the thing is, my father, I didn't have a PC at the time, and my father gave me an iPad, so I couldn't, like, you know, the first iPad mini, and I couldn't actually like make like music on FL Studio, because FL Studio was FL Studio Mobile on iPad at the time was like $14. I was like, fuck that. So
like, not today.
So I was like, you know what? I started creating on GarageBand and starting actually getting good. It was like, yeah, it's cool. But I was like, yeah, I'm limited. So I need actual FL Studio. So what I did was I went to my mom's PC. I downloaded FL Studio, you know, the installer of FL Studio, and I put it on my USB stick. So every time I went to school, you know, there's a library at school, and you have PCs, right? So I installed FL Studio on every fucking PC on the library.
That's so funny,
bro. And
did they catch on?
No. The only thing is, like, I had to install on my own USB stick, because you know, they won't allow it to install on the PC. Because, you know, like there were restrictions.
Yeah.
So I will install on my PC on my USB stick. So it's like, I mean, you guys know it. It's like installing on a SSD, right? It's just like external tool. So I'll just plug it and it works. Like
it ran okay.
It ran okay, because, you know, like the installer is on the USB stick, but the app is on the PC. So
yeah.
It worked, and I was actually learning with the demo. It was FL Studio 10 at the time, and I was learning. I was like 15, 16, and I was doing that. I was like, oh shit, so this is how it works. And then my father gave me a PC, and it was like, and my parents, like, I was like at 9th grade, and, you know, and my parents was like, yeah, Danny, you need to focus on school, so I'll give you your PC, but don't do music.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, fuck no. But I was like, you know what? It will never actually discover that shit. So I started. I'm still making music on my PC, and that's how it all started. And then I made friends with it. The first time I made a friend with music was I went to this thing called L'Atelier, which is like it was like a spot where, like, young people in around that area, they could go and they could create stuff, like, you know, you can go and, you know, make some, I don't know, you could go and learn music, DJ, you can you could learn photography, you could learn video montage.
It's like a creative space.
Exactly. And, you know, there was young people there every time. And I remember I talked to them, and it was like, I was on an internship into a store, and like I was there, and I have this fucking 10 inches PC, like fucking small PC like that. And they were like, I was doing some songs, and I had this guy. He was upstairs, and he goes downstairs. He goes like, "Who's making these sounds?" I'm like, "Me." And my PC was like fucking half broken. and it was like, "Bro, this shit is sick." And I was like, "Thank you." It was like, "Bro, no, for real. Like, this shit is sick." And I was like, "Thank you." And it was like, "Look, what's your age?" And I was like 16, 17. And he was like, "Bro, what the hell? I've been creating music for like 3 years, and I'm not at the same spot as you." So we started talking, and that guy just became literally like one of my best friends ever. He gave me my first DJ controller. Like, he was like, "Danny, I don't use this shit anymore. I think you're gonna use it more than I do, so I'll give you." And he went to my house. He was like, "Take it." I was like, "Bro, what the fuck? A DJ controller?" I was afraid to ask my parents, because, like, you know, my parents had several money problems. So I was like, I'm not asking this. You know, it's like, it costs a lot, you know, a DJ controller. So I'm not asking this. So he just gave me. It was like one of the times that I was like, oh shit, I have something I can create. So I started doing mixes. I was like 17, 16, 17, 18, doing like live streams on Facebook at the time, you know, and enjoying myself with it. So, you know, everything was a part of like, yeah, my teenage age, you know, yeah, teenage times.
That's cool that your friend, you know, gave you that controller. When was like your first official gig at a venue?
So at a venue, it was in 2019. So I started my project as DCR. You know,
yeah.
DCR was like, you know, it's my initials, you know, for my name, and I started my project like that. I did like Big Room Out at the time, Future Bass then right after.
Yeah.
And bro, I got really cool things like OK supported one of my songs at the time.
Oh, nice.
Martin Garrix supported one of my songs on Spotify.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Nicky Romero, bro, like what the hell? Like I was like, fuck. And then
that's crazy.
And then I was like, I love Future Bass, but the community sucks. And I love Future Bass, but like, I love to play artist genres. Like I love to play dubstep. You know, I love to play like, I don't know, heavy music. So I was like, you know what? I need to rebrand. I don't want to be DCR anymore. I don't want to be like the old Danny anymore. I need to rebrand. I need to be someone new, someone that in 5 years will be proud of who I am, right? And so I rebranded. It was funny because I rebranded and then I became Dr. Ushūu. And my first Dr. Ushūu show was these guys. They were doing like you guys, podcasts and on the radio, like literally radio shows. And they invited me at the time, and they were like, "Yeah, Danny, we doing like radio shows." And then their project was making like a free party on a venue, you know, that goes like around a lot of genres, like from house music, like, you know, like the really like chill house music to dubstep. And they were like, "Danny, you wanna play here?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's what I dreamed about, like playing music." And they were like, "All right." So I played there. Worst set ever.
Why was that?
Actually, I did a video about it, like with my friends Gunfingers. Like it was, so I played there on the venue, like, you know, it was from house music, like really chill house music too.
Yeah.
Dubstep.
Yeah.
So
I see where this is going. Yeah.
Every time it was getting harder, and to a point that the guy before me was he played trap.
Oh, okay.
And people were start leaving, and then I just put my fucking first song, and like 60 people left.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck. And then I had a problem because I was not familiar with like CDJs at the time on Pioneers.
Yeah.
So I went to my fucking old songs were corrupted. So I just literally played like 2-3 songs, and I had to stop my set.
Oh.
First, I had to stop because there was no one, and then second because my fucking playlist was fucked.
What kind of controller did your friend give you?
It was a Vestax VCI 300.
And what software did that use?
So at the time, they used a software called Serato Itch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the thing is, I couldn't find it. So FL Studio ImageLine did another software called Decadence. It was a DJ software. And
I didn't know. Mace, did you know that? I didn't know that.
I'm not familiar with Decadence.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And Decadence was actually cool. The only problems were like the BPMs were sometimes like fucked up. You will read everything about.
Oh, like when it read your tracks, it was like, nah.
Like for example, let's send like 128 track. It will a BPM track. They were see it as a 250 BPM track.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck? So it was like, fuck, all right. And yeah, it was my first time doing CDJs, and there were like the CDJs 1000. So imagine they were world as fuck, and yeah, I was like, fuck, I cannot do this. And there was also this guy running like from a side to another, screaming, "I'm Iron Man" with the fucking vintage shirt. He was drunk as fuck.
He was on a pill.
Yeah,
and drunk, maybe.
yeah. And I was like, fuck, like.
Wait, so was he liking the set though?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think. He was just drunk. But like, I had my father looking at me like, fuck. And I was like,
no. Your
yeah, and
there,
my father was there, and then my uncle was there, and I just got to play 3 tracks. So imagine, I was depressed as fuck after that.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot do this anymore.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough, dude. So what is Dr. Ushūu?
So
where does the name come from?
So I wanted a name that will be me, but like representing something from me, right? Like I didn't want a name that actually will be like a random ass name. No, I didn't like, because DCR was already a random ass name. It was like just my initials. It was lazy as fuck.
It's still better than my name though.
I don't know.
It sounds pretty hard. DCR. I mean,
yeah,
DCR is not bad. I've heard worse.
Yeah, but go search it, DCR on YouTube. Like it's the worst thing ever. Like
like SEO, like finding it.
Yeah, finding like on these, like if you check it, you'll see.
Oh, it's endoscopic.
Exactly. So
I can't even read
this. Do you see the videos?
It's like a medical term.
Yeah, it's something like, with your eyes.
Yeah, like I'm like, bro, I cannot have this shit. Yeah. So I was like, I was searching. I was like, I'm a nerd. I love anime. I love Naruto. And I was like, bro, I need something that matches everything. So I love space. I love anime. I love music. And I always thought that music was my way to imagine my universe. So I searched on Google, how do we say universe in Japanese? And they were like, Ushūu. And I was like, oh, CH. I was like, let me just be original and put an S instead. And then Ushūu means universe in Japanese. And then doctor. So my grandpa, still now, he always wanted me to be a doctor. Always. He's like, every time I call him, he was like, you can actually be, you cannot be a doctor right now, but you can be like a nurse and then evolve to a doctor. Every time I call him, it's like, music it's not good. Be a doctor. And I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm not becoming a doctor. What the fuck? Like, no. And then, so doctor, if you take the O, the T, and the O, after, like the 2 O's and the T, it will be DCR. So if you take the C too, it will be doctor, like DR, which is also my initials. So the whole thing, I was like, I want like a kind of like in like thing about doctor. It will be my that Dr. Ushūu will be Danny's universe.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
So that's why all my socials are like Danny Ushūu, because it's Danny's universe. And people are like, oh shit, for real? Yeah, it is. And I always, because all my tracks have a lore behind it, not like a big lore. It's like a lore in my life that is like translated into music, because that's what music was for me since the beginning. Was like the way that I could express myself without words, because I'm fucked up with words. I don't like to talk. I mean,
you seem good right now.
Yeah, I love it because I trained, but like over the years I trained. But like when I was a teenager, I didn't like to talk. I didn't like to do stuff. I was always scared about talking about my feelings, because you know, a lot of things in life, and like I was like, bro, I need to express myself without speaking. So music was like the only thing that actually made me do it. I tried dancing, it didn't work well, and I tried painting, but I like, you know, I don't have any talent with it. So I was like, yeah, making music, creating music, it's my way to express myself without speaking, you know. So yeah, all that, you know, summed up into my name and be like, yo, all right, so it's Dr. Ushūu.
I like how you can just also just have the alias and just be like, yeah, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, you can pull it. Like
you don't have to go to medical school,
bro. Sometimes people send me messages like, yo, can you heal me? I'm like, oh shit.
Like they think
job.
you're a real doc. Oh, they're like, fucking with you.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'll send you some good vibrations through my music.
Like, I don't know. I remember playing this show and like someone just said, "You bro, you just healed me with your music." I was like, I get that, bro.
But at the same time, I have gone to shows where I'm like, I feel rejuvenated.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That was what I needed. You know?
And I mean, it's so funny because like a lot of people actually ask me if I'm a real doctor. I know there's actually, I don't know if you guys know it, but like with all the doctors in the scene, Dr. Neyman, it's actually a fucking real doctor.
Oh yeah, like I wasn't thinking about like Dr. P or like not a doctor.
Yeah, but like Dr. Neyman, it's actually a real doctor.
Damn.
Like he has his own office and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like, right, what the hell?
Have you ever
crazy.
Thought about wearing the lab coat on stage?
Bro, I'm actually thinking about it. not even lying. So I'm thinking about, you know, a new way to actually go on stage. I always wear my Dr. Ushūu shirt, which is like a shirt with like my logo on it, and like every time I'm like, bro, I need to do something cool, you know, to represent more, and like not to be as like a show businessman, but like, you know, just to represent more and put myself more on this into this, and like I don't want to look like other dubstep artists, you know what I mean? Like I mean, it's kind of like stupid to say, but like I don't want to look like the same outfits like everyone does, you know, like you know, the black shirt, the black hat, and like the Nikes, and you know, I want to be like just me, so people can look at me and be like, oh shit, he's cool, you know, like not he's cool, but like, oh shit, he's being himself, you know. That's what I mean?
His own style.
It's my own style, you know, that you'll pull up, like I could pull up like this and play on stage, and people are like, oh shit,
that's swag. Yeah.
You know,
I love the Shrek shirt.
Bro, the Shrek shirt. I always wear it. Like people will be like, I think people are, since I bought this t-shirt, people will be like, bro, it doesn't leave this t-shirt. No, actually guys, I clean it every time, so yeah.
you have multiple just ready to go? No.
But like, yeah, and I don't know. I want to be like, you know, the whole Dr. Ushūu project was be me, only me, and not other, you know, person, not other character, just being me. Yeah. And that's my project. Like I feel like if I'm not me, this project will end. You know what I mean?
Have you found it difficult to, you know, as you grow as an artist and you get more followers and more fans, but also more people telling you what things should sound like? Have you found it hard to, you know, keep the music true to yourself and stay in the lane that you made for yourself?
I don't think that I find it hard. It's just like, you know, it's just hard to actually figure out that you're on the market, right? You're always in the market, and you know, there's things trending every time, and you know, a lot of producers follow the lead. Other you know, and sometimes you need to follow the lead, but like, I think I have this cool thing where when I follow the lead, I always being myself. So that's a real cool thing, you know, being yourself.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, actually being yourself, it's like the answer for everything, right? You can get like a lot of people not being themselves, and then they fall. When they fall, they're like, oh shit, how did I fail, because you're not being true to yourself. That's like, people actually ask me, yo, Danny, how you get shows? Bro, I'm myself. I don't know. I don't know. I'm myself.
Yeah.
I don't do anything, extravagant. I'm just being myself. Even here, I'm just myself.
Yeah, we're just kicking it. Yeah.
And that's the way that I got, into the industry. That's the way that I got to my music. If I have fans, it's the way that I am, and that's the way I find it hard actually to not be myself, because I'll always be this kind of dumb guy, kicking it and creating, and I don't actually cheat to be funny. I just I'm myself, and when I don't understand something, I just do something some dumb shit so I can understand it, and that's all. There's no, I don't know, there's no secret formula.
Yeah, you're being genuine
exactly
to yourself. Yeah, I feel that. But okay, so just to go back to that show that was a not good show.
Yeah.
Doing DJ sets after that, because something I do want to get to is the tour right now. You're doing crazy tour shit right now. You've played some really cool festivals that we'll talk about. But how did it kind of ramp up from that show that was not good to, all right, now we're doing real shows and
right after it, I did another show. Right after it, I did another show. It was maybe a year later, before COVID actually started. I did a show where I kind of trained more, was more confident, and I met people like Ivory, that they kind of taught me about how's the DJ life, not how's the DJ life, but how you actually do this. And I was like, oh shit, so I need to do this on my own. So I played the show. I was opening for 8 Aliens. In Paris, and there was 80 aliens. Who is it called? Fox Stevenson, Crimer.
Nice.
And Graphite. And
Fox Stevenson's sick.
Yeah, he's super sick. And I was opening for them, and I played the show. My father was there. He was happy. I had homies there that were happy. It was oh fuck. So this is how we play a show. And then COVID started and we got all fucked up. And then, I started working on music more and more. Yeah. And then I had another opportunity. I played another show with the same promoter, and they got super well. And then I got, it was having also some friends, watching and be yo, believing in you, because you're yourself. So they believe in you. They're yeah, we love this guy because he's genuine. And then, pitching up to other people. Then I got to play free, Rampage Free Party. It was right after COVID, Rampage did a kind of small festival for 2 days with 2 scenes. And normally they do 4 or 5. But 2 scenes, and, we were playing on a fucking Red Bull truck. That shit was awesome. Yeah. And I played with Bizo, and we kicked it, and people liked us, and it was a process of oh shit, we like this artist, we want to book him because we saw his set.
Yeah, it was you were just building
exactly.
Up.
And
yeah.
European scene is super small, compared to to the US, it's super small.
I imagine the dubstep scene in Paris is tiny.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
I mean,
it is.
The DJ Snake, but he's not even really dubstep.
You have a lot of producers in Paris though.
Yeah,
a lot. There's a legend of it, but the scene is tiny. I mean, it's not super tiny, but it's small, and after COVID it got way worse, because promoters don't have any money anymore. artists eventually, the artists like I don't know, you could book Sudden Death for like a cheap price. Now you can't, and people are asking for Sudden Death now. But now you don't have the money for it, so it's kind of fucked up until we started I started playing shows as a local, and I grew until playing shows outside France. And then when I played shows in outside France, people liked it. So the same people that were at my first, foreign set, they were like, "Oh shit, we are promoters too, so we want you in my country." So they were just like, "All right, let's do it here, right?" And then it built up until now I'm playing like bigger shows. But yeah, it was all, about how you DJ and how you are in it's the work you do. You know what I mean? If you don't have fun, people will not actually have fun with it. So first,
you were doing your thing once again.
Yeah,
I
was doing
people
myself.
in the crowd were the right people.
Exactly. It was there's no secret. I was just DJing because I love DJ. If you got like a CDJ here, I wouldn't even leave the room, right?
I have one,
and you get to play on them more often than most people too.
Actually, I don't have a CDJ. I just have like an all-in-one Serato thing, but it's close.
It's close, and I would love to, bro. When I'm home, I'm always DJing.
Yeah.
When I'm home, I'm literally sitting on my fucking desk and DJing. Oh shit.
Do you play anything other than dubstep? I mean, do you DJ everything?
Yeah, I can. Bro,
awesome.
I used to when I first started, I didn't play dubstep right away. I'll play big room. Yeah. So big room leads to house music, and my parents are both African, so I'll play Afro house and kick it, and and then. It builds to, I don't know, I never really played hip hop, but I'll play, other stuff, and that's how I actually love, I say it often, I'm a producer, right? I love produce, and I'm also a DJ. I love DJing, and those are two different arts, and you need to actually understand the art of being DJ, of DJing, and you have to love it. Just not only once in a while. It's every time.
Yeah.
Bro.
And playing for people too is so much more fun than just playing with yourself.
Exactly.
And, right? When you actually have people that can listen and dance to what you're playing.
Exactly. And oh my God.
I got a dog in here.
And I love it. You know what I mean? I love DJing. I love DJing and I love how things are when I DJ,
yeah. Let's talk about the bigger festivals. We were requested to talk about Rampage.
Yeah.
You mentioned it before. Was this a different Rampage that we were going to talk about? The five setter?
So this year I played Rampage Open Air, and I ended up playing, I don't know, 5 sets in the fucking week. So, I don't know, my agent, Jord, big up to Jord, I love you. He was like, Danny, he went to me and Bizo, he was like, yo, Danny and Bizo, we need a set, a special set from you guys today. It was fucking the festival actually started Friday, but there was one day where it was the pre-party, so I was there because Bizo was playing. It was all right, and they was yeah, you guys wanna do a back-to-back house music? I was fuck yeah. Never got to play house music live in front of people, so let's go, let's kick it. And then I was doing that, and then they were so Mandy Dextrous she's sick, so you guys can play the DNB set. I was like, fuck yeah. So it was me, Azabim, Bizo, Murdoch, the owner of Rampage, Wad, and Madcar. We're like six back to back, and then I end up DJing and doing the MC, and it was so funny.
Oh,
doing the MC like
for the drum and bass.
For the drum and bass, it was so.
What were you doing? Like go, or like how do you do it? Like,
so I was like go, and you know, Subfiltronics pass out.
Yeah.
Right? So I was doing that. I was literally singing the lyrics while the D&B tracks were playing. God. It was so fucking funny, and then my voice was fucked up.
Oh, and, you're screaming.
Yeah, I was screaming. So then I ended up playing my my set with Sweet Tooth and Level and Rampage, and you can see it. It's my voice is so fucked up. I was like, "Hey guys, are you ready?" And then there was like the after parties where so they did like silent disco after parties, and they were like, "Yeah, Danny, you want to play a back to back with Jikwi?" I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "You want to play another hour with Bizo?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I ended up playing like a 2-hour set with Jikwi, and then Jikwi left, and then like Bizo came, so I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
You were there for it the whole time.
Yeah,
were you dead?
I was
afterward?
super. I actually was super dead after that.
I'm sure.
I was like sleeping all the time. I was like, bro, because after parties were from 1 a.m. to 4 p.m. 4 a.m. So imagine like I was fucked up every time, and it was cool, but I was like super tired. But I loved it. It was like, bro, I love DJ. Like, it's my thing. In like DJing like 3 different genres was like the peak of my time. I was enjoying it. I was like, bro, there was like this time I was back to back with Bizo. Bizo was playing like a French house, French touch house music. And someone just gave him like like the fucking Samsung Flip, like the fucking So they were playing on a 3DS emulator Mario Kart, and they were like, "Danny, can you play it?" I was like, "Yeah." So I was playing while Bizo was DJing, and it was so funny. And then it was like, "Yeah, thank you." And then just came there when Bizo was finishing. I was like, "All right, let me do my transition," and it was so funny. And I had like the most fun on at that weekend. You know what I mean? Because I was just doing my stuff every time.
Yeah, that's hilarious that someone at a show had an emulator on their Samsung Flip. Like, it's just like so many layers, and then you got to play, and you're just like, sick. This is dope. Yeah.
So sometimes I have my friends. We just take our phones and while the DJ is playing, we're just playing like Subway Surfers. And trying to beat like each other's fucking high scores. It's so funny.
You're like playing a game while also mixing, which is like kind of playing a game.
Yeah, so it's so funny. We just do that. We love it. And I have like a specific group of friends where we are like, I don't know, 20. So we are a crew and we just do dumb shit. And this time, at Rampage, the guys were playing, and everyone that were playing, we end up like guest listing all the homies. So which means imagine having like literally all of your homies inside a festival for 4 days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was like wild.
And you know what, like the crowd can pick up on that energy too. Like they know when the DJs are having fun, like it bleeds into the crowd, like they end up having fun too.
We were having fun, like we were having a lot of fun, and every that's why I love my friends, because like they make everything just being way better, not easier but better. And we had like I think the best weekend of like our lives at that Rampage, like literally.
So that was like I was gonna ask like what your favorite festival was, but that sounds like it probably was the one.
I mean, I don't know what's the best festival, because Tomorrowland was also sick.
Let's talk about Tomorrowland. Like,
Tomorrowland.
You played Tomorrowland. That's crazy. Wait, which one was it? Because don't they do them in different
it was the first. No, it was. They do it, but it was like the main Tomorrowland, like the
Belgium
one.
Belgium, okay.
And I played the first weekend with Ivory. Love you, Ivory.
The smooches.
Yeah. I played there with Ivory. I mean, if you guys don't know, Ivory is like one of my best homies too. You know, he came. So he came to my life in a very like complicated like spot in my life, and he just gave me. I think he was doing, what you could do to actually anyone, but like I felt someone like giving their hand when it was like on the ground.
Yeah.
So he was just it was like, bro, I got you, I understand you, and that shit like still like living rent free in my head. Like how come can someone actually be that nice with me at the time? I was like really fucked up at the time. My parents were divorcing, so it was like really bad. And like you came to me, was like, yo, what's up, bro? I understand you. I got the same shit, and you know what? You just keep doing yourself, and having this into like evolving and playing the fucking best festival of our lives together was like the best thing I could ever ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was really like the best thing I could ever ask, and we had I believe the best time of our lives. We didn't even like just to see. We didn't even like prepared our sets. We were just like freestyling.
Yeah.
Straight up, we were freestyling and we were having fun, and we had a lot of fun. We did a lot of dumb shit on the set. Once again, I was doing the MC every time. It was fucking funny. Someone gave me, a telephone like a real, like the telephones from like the past telephones, with the wire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So someone
rotary phone or
yeah. So someone cut the phone, like the telephone, and gave it to me, and I was looking at Ivory. It was like, hello, and then we just laughing every time because it was so funny, and I got the pictures. They're just so funny, and yeah, like the story with Ivory. It's also like when I started Dr. Ushūu, I started emailing some local artists that lived in France, like Samplifier, Ivory, and people that I actually like their music, and they were like at my favorite label. So I was like, oh shit, I need to send them music so they can maybe guiding me on how to do stuff or whatever. But like I need to send them music so they can judge my music, so I can know that if the music is cool. And I was messaging Ivory, like emailing Ivory. He was answering, and then he was like, yo, go to Discord. And I went to the server FDA that now I'm actually like the moderator. And I went to his server. It was like, yo, what's up? He was always giving me tips, and I was always active there until I met him on a party that he was like on a show that he was playing with company, and we met each other for the first time, and from the year, like the first time, and it was like, and we were talking, and at the end we took a picture, and at the end he was like, yeah, I'm going home, and it was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, where's your home? Like yeah, where you live? It was like, yeah, in the 93. So 93 is like a district in Paris, and like it was like, yeah, that's cool, I live there too, but where do you live, which town? And he goes like, yeah, Bondy. I was like, bro, what the fuck, where in Bondy? Like, cause I live in Bondy. He was like, yeah, like back to the McDonald's, and back to the McDonald's. It was like, bro, what the fuck, I live in front of the McDonald's. And then we just discovered like that we lived 100 meters from each other.
Just became best friends.
Wow.
Right there.
Not really like best friends, but like that was wild. Like,
yeah,
you know?
That's why your like messages were going through so quickly. It was just like, you know,
Yeah,
just
like-
right across.
Like, that's wild, you know, like, you leave, like, the one that actually, like, look up the most at the time, or one of the people that you looked up
Yeah.
to, they were leaving, like, 100 meters from your house. It's like,
Wow.
just leaving, like, the fucking, you know, 2 blocks away from here. It's wild. And, like, we hang out. I went to his home. Like, I learned a bunch of shit from him, and like he also learned a bunch of shit from me, and like we were hanging and speaking, and like, you know, it's wild where 2 kids from the fucking neighborhood, like the same neighborhood, exported the fuck away from to Tomorrowland. You know, we were living at the same fucking town. And he was straight in the ghetto, bro. Like, it was literally straight in the ghetto. You know, it was not the best neighborhood ever. You know, like, they had a river. You could find, like, you will jogging in the morning, and you'll find the fucking couch on the river, like, you know, floating, like, every time. So it was not the best neighborhood. And like, 2 people from like the same neighborhood playing at Tomorrowland, like, bro, what the hell, like.
Just like the festival of festivals.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we grew up watching it on YouTube, right? All the streams, and it's like...
And like, you know, we were eating fucking, I don't know, ice creams, and I go to him, I'm like, bro, you know who is behind you? He's like, who? And I'm like, bro, the Chainsmokers. You know, I look left, and there's Tiesto. I look right, that's crazy. Like, I look, I don't know, behind me, that's fucking Oliver Heldens. I'm like, bro, I'm freaking out right now. You know what I mean? I was like,
is it weird to meet those people?
I mean,
you're just yourself, right? So you're just like able to do that.
Yeah, I didn't really met them. I was like scared as well. It was my first time that I was scared about. I mean, not the first time, but like I was like really intimidated from that green room, right? Because, you know, I had like the kind of the same at Forbidden Kingdom. When I went to America, I was like, oh shit. American festival, you have all the fucking dubstep legends, but some way, like, you know, they knew me, so it was really easy. They were like, oh, Danny, Ushūu, what's up? I was like, oh shit, do you know me? What the fuck? And then we were talking because they know me already, but like, I don't know if Chainsmokers know me, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, bro, Chainsmokers were like the guys. I mean, they created like a lot of songs, bro. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and not just like songs that are EDM, but like chart-topping pop songs.
Closer.
They play it on the radio for like years. Here, they still do.
They still do, yeah. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? You got Tiesto, bro. Look, first time I heard Tiesto was Adagio for Strings. It was like,
oh, you know, yeah, that's a classic.
That's a classic, bro. It was like 2010. Like, bro, like, I was 12. I was 11, 12.
Tiesto's been in the game.
Yeah, and like, bro, imagine all of that, you know, in the same green room as you, eating the same food as you, drinking the same things as you, like doing the queue to actually get an ice cream there.
Yeah.
Bro, that's wild.
Yeah.
Right. And like, that's where I actually, first time in my life, I was like, I actually made it. You know what I mean? You know, I actually made it. Bro, that's unreal.
Yeah, that's crazy. Congrats, man.
And thank you.
That's so dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did the set go? Was the set good?
Bro, the set was amazing. We had like, there was so many people.
Like pyro shit going on.
No, we didn't have pyro because it was in the day, and you know, it was not a main stage.
They're
or
like,
whatever.
we only have so much gas. Like, we can't be shooting pyro all day.
But you know, there was a lot of people. I didn't expect to actually have a lot of people there. I mean, I did expect to have some people, but not a lot of people. And like a lot of people going for both names, not because only Ivory was there, because Ivory is a legend on the dubstep scene too, and like not only for Ivory but for me, and like and you know, and both too, we were like, yeah, amazed about it. You know, there was a lot of people, like really a lot of people, and I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, what the hell? We were playing dubstep.
Yeah.
In at Tomorrowland, That's the.
Which year was that? Was that 2023?
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Damn.
Where are you most excited to play next? In either on your tour or just anywhere in the world? Like, where do you want to play next?
Like, from the dates that I have already, I want to play. Like, I'm super excited for Denver this week because they like, people are been saying every time that Denver is the bass capital, and for me, the bass capital is somewhere in Europe. So I want to be like, oh, if you guys, I want to, do the best set I ever have, like kind of like European kind of set, just to make them like to be like, oh shit, I want to see if they actually are the bass capital of.
There's a lot of bass heads in Denver. I mean, the scene is very strong out there.
I want to check it. I'm curious. I'm not actually one of those kind of people that actually like are scared for special sets. I usually get excited. I think it's like my anime side of the things. Yeah. And you're like, fuck yeah, like the shonen side of the things, where you're like, oh shit, a new challenge, let's fucking go. But yeah, I want to play there because I want to like feel how they feel. You know what I mean? I want to really like, I want to get this connection with the crowd, and so I'm super excited for that. I'm also excited for Bass Canyon and Lost Lands.
Yeah,
those are like I mean, Lost Lands especially. It's like the thing, right? Like
it's it's Excisions. I mean,
it's not only Excisions. It's like Lost Lands is like one of those big. I mean, Lost Lands for the European, it's like the same thing as a Rampage for someone from North America. It's like
or ADE.
Yeah, or ADE. I'm also playing ADE this year. I'm super excited.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm playing back to back with Boss Fight.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm also excited because like Boss Fight has been like one of the references for years, and also there's like this one back to back that I cannot talk yet. But like
it's in 2 weeks, you said, right?
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
So the episode's not going to come out.
We
can talk about it now. It won't come out, but if you don't want to, it's okay.
So there's this back to back with Mode Step at my hometown, and I'm super excited.
Dude.
I'm super excited for it. It's like, it's an after party from a French festival called Electric Park, and I'm super excited for it. I'm like, holy shit, like, what the fuck?
That's so dope. Let's talk a little bit about the Mode Step collab.
Oh my God.
Yo, Mace, can you close this door?
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, bro. So, like, because, again, this won't air before that, but, like, dude, Mode Step's a legend.
Mode Steps are legends. Yeah, like, Mode Step, it's like, I don't know, bro. I remember first dubstep tracks were... I was listening to Mode Step, Flux Pavilion, MT Eden, and like having to now, having Mode Step, playing some of my tracks, having a collab with him. It's awesome, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I separate like the artist with like the person. Josh, it's my homie. It's one of my best homies too. We have like I believe we have like a strong bond. Like we help each other. Even like as friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like having Mode Step, the brand, it's completely different. Because it's still Mode Step, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whenever we go, he's Mode Step. And like, bro, fucking, what the hell? Sometimes I'm like fanboying, like, I'm like, fuck. The fuck? It's Mode Step, bro. Like, the fuck? Like, and it's super funny because like, I actually do separate Mode Step with Josh, right? And I'm like, yeah, Josh, it's my homie. I'm like, yeah, Josh, come here, you whatever.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking to Mode Step, like about Mode Step, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like you're just fucking around, being boys, not thinking about
because like when I kick it with him, like bro, we played GeoGuessr.
Yeah. GeoGuessr is great.
Yeah, bro, we played GTA. We played fucking I don't know, we played games together. Like for me, it's a homie.
Yeah.
Right, but like, I don't when I'm with him, I don't get the most of thing until I'm actually like at home and I'm like, oh shit. It's
yeah, you think about it, you're like, oh wait, he's fucking yeah,
he's fucking Mozart. I forgot about it. Fuck, what the fuck?
Yeah, for sure. No, so it was kind of like when you guys worked on the track, it was maybe just like pretty natural in that sense.
It was pretty natural. I remember I was like, yeah, I'll like someday we need to make a tune together because we like both styles. And he was like, yeah, okay, right. And then he was like, yeah, if you want, make something to me and we'll continue. And I was like, all right, cool. And it was like, he was like, yeah, you have something to collab or something? And I was like, yeah, I do have this track. And he was like, oh, let me listen. It was like, oh shit, I can put vocals on it. We can work on it. It was like, all right, okay. So I sent him back, and he was like, yo, I got this. And then it was like, oh shit, this is a banger. All right, we need to work on more. We need to work on more. And like, we just literally made like one of like the best tracks I have. Why? Because I don't know. It was so easy. It was so cool, and we were having like both. I think both styles really matched together. Because, I have, like, this kind of, like... He has, like, his amazing voice and, like, his, like, his experience, and I have mine, and we just blend that shit together, and it was so good.
That's dope.
It's super dope. And, yeah, like, we actually have a second one together that we need to work on more.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it was super good.
Wow.
To be, like, not determined, but, like, maybe coming soon. Who knows? Yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah. So you mentioned video games before, and I was curious about the Fortnite placement. What was the song called?
Save Me on Monster Cat.
So is that like an Epic Games thing? Because I know Fortnite and then Rocket League I used to play a lot more, but Monster Cat, there's like they give them like so much music to play in Rocket League. So was that kind of like, I know you've released with them before. Was that... So,
the thing is, someone from Epic Games hit me up because, like, one of my friends, like they hit up one of my friends. My friend was like, yo, if you want to check cool producers, you still actually got some cool thing. Like, if you got spots. I have, like, some cool producers. And then, the Epic Games curator just, hit me up or like, yo, what's up? Your friend told me that you got tracks. And I was like, yeah. And then I sent him like my tracks. He was like, yeah, you can send unreleased tracks too. I was like, oh, for real? Yeah. All right, keep it. But at the same time, I sent like my demos to Monster Cat. And like, Monster Cat took Save Me and they were like, yeah, you got Save Me. And then, Epic Games were like, yeah, we want Save Me.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So they both wanted at the same time. So we were like, okay, let's go. And then I was not happy with my vocals on it. So it was like, yeah, I work with this artist and he's gonna do the vocals. And then we had two versions, one with the vocals from my friend Sikai, that I love you, and then mine. And then they were like, Monster Cat wanted my vocals because they felt that my vocals were better on the track. I was not agreeing because I was like, yeah, my voice was fucked up. I don't want it. And then Epic Games was like, yeah, I actually want Danny's voice. I got really mad. I was like, fuck no, bro. I want my friend's voice. But like, yeah, it is what it is. And we released the track Monday, and like the track got on Fortnite Wednesday.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck yeah. And it was like, bro, having my brother, my little brother, playing the game with me, and having the song,
being like, do you recognize this track?
Like recognizing my voice is like, Danny, your voice is in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Telling like all of his friends, bro, my bro has a song on Fortnite, and like it made me like feel super happy, because I mean I'm Fortnite like geek too, but like not only having like a song on Fortnite, but like being able to do something where my brother is interested too, and like being like, oh shit, you're in it, like what the hell, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm on a game. Like,
yeah, I feel like little younger kids are also hard to impress. You know what I mean?
And also like I used to work with kids. We call it animator, which is like someone that takes care of the kids at school in France, but like after school or between school, which means the lunch, like the lunchtime, the lunch break time, it's not the school that does it. It's like let's say the government that does it. So I was hired by the government to take care of the kids once they're eating and after the school. So which means like, because a lot of parents couldn't actually like take their kids to eat at their place, so you have to take care of it. So I was taking care of kids, and like sometimes you're like, we were under, like the staff was like under the staff. I mean,
understaffed.
Understaffed.
Yeah.
So I was working like, I don't know, I was alone with 70 kids or 60 kids every time. So I was used to work with kids.
Yeah.
And like I was like, fuck, like sometimes you get treated by shit with kids, cause normal kids, right? And then I was like, fuck, like those kids don't even know that I'm on their game. They were talking about Fortnite.
Yeah.
They don't even know that that's my voice that is like on this game, right? Like, and they actually listen every time, and they're like, they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I was like, oh fuck. So, bro, it's wild. Like I'm on the game.
Did you get their respect? Like, I mean, did you tell them like?
So I told them, but like, I mean, I told them there was a DJ. I saw like, but I never told them, yo. I mean, I told them that was on Fortnite, but like, they won't even recognize it, and you couldn't actually show them.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I don't really wanted the respect.
You didn't need the cred. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I was like, I mean, maybe the only person that I wanted to respect was my siblings, but not them. I was like, yeah, I don't care about it. I wanted the respect because I was working there more than, being the DJ.
and yeah, ham on bread or whatever it was, right? Making that song with your brother, like
it was with my cousins.
Or with your cousins, okay, yeah.
It was like they respect me. Like, I mean, they like we were. So when I was a kid, I was always alone. I mean, always alone. I was like the only kid, like from my parents. So my younger cousins, they were like my younger sisters, they were like my siblings. Until today, they see me as like their younger, like the older brother of every time. They're like, you're my older brother. So they still got the respect, and actually respect me like more than everything, because like they're like, oh yeah, then you like you made it, you're making it. You're actually like what we actually were dreaming as kids, kinda, or what you taught us, you're actually doing it for free, for real. Yeah. So yeah, like they that's why we have like, you still have like a strong connection, because I mean, I want like my purpose with like music wise, it's not being the most famous guy or most like rich guy. I mean, if I have money, of course I'm cool, but like
yeah,
but like nice. Essentially it's like to help my family with the money that I get, and also to show my little siblings, or like the younger people on my family, especially, that if I make it, if I'm making it, like the things that I like, you guys can do it. You know, and like I have my brother, my younger brother, you know, like he loves to draw. He loves drawings and shit, and like, and you know, he's getting the things that like he wants to get, because he's watching me. He's like, bro, if Danny can do it, I can do it too. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I want to actually like show these not only for the kids, like not only, but like even for producers like me that might like us actually, like that if Danny does it, you can do it too.
And the fact that it's like, you know, you can do the thing that isn't, you know, speaking or like with your voice or whatever. It's just like you can find the thing, you know, it kind of goes back to that.
You can be that quiet kid in school and still like, you know, find your lane and make it work.
Exactly. Like I want people. That's why sometimes I get mad when people actually ask like, "Yo, how do you do it? How do you do it?
Yeah.
How do you do it?" I'm like, guys, you guys have the tools now to do it. You know, it's not like 20 years ago when if you wanted to actually like play a show, you had to actually go under, like, you know, to other people and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell tickets to play this show, right? I need to sell literally like tickets. I will, like, the promoter will give you tickets so you can sell to other people to actually play a show. Nowadays, you can do it just by doing tracks or being cool on social media or whatever, or, you know, just getting out and, you know, having a friend. Because now it's, bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do so easy that you cannot ask to people. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta have that innate, or maybe not innate, but like the love. This is gonna sound so basic, but you were saying before how it's like it just was always the thing you wanted to do.
Exactly.
And it's like you could figure out how to do it maybe as another person, but is it gonna be like a lifelong career?
We don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
you know, you like you know, that's the thing that, you know, a lot of people don't really get it. You have to live to this shit. You know, if you want to do something cool, you need to live for that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bro, I was working on a, you know, on a job where I was getting not enough money for actually me. You know, and thank God I have also like the great team and stuff, but like, you know, I had like a job where I couldn't get like anything almost to eat or to live, or even for my gear. But I was getting it, you know. I was working hard to get it, and like, you know, and I didn't have like plan B. There's no plan B. It's like it's your only plan, right? It's like your only thing. I literally like almost died, you know, and you know I came back. I was like, nothing talking, like I was not like, you know, taking it as an excuse. I was working. No, like the first fucking week I got out like the hospital after my coma. I went home, I opened my PC and I opened fucking FL Studio.
Yeah.
You know, when I actually got home.
I was literally just gonna ask you about, like, because we were talking about like all this shit that's going really good, but then, you know, maybe we could just like go into that a little bit. Like, what the fuck happened, dude?
So
thank God you're here.
Yeah. So 2020 was COVID breakdown, right? And in March, when everything started, I got COVID. So it was really a new thing. Every fucking hospital was full, and I got COVID. And you know, at the beginning, people were like, yeah, like, you know, hospital was like, yeah, it's cool. And it got worse, like way worse. And I was on a point where I was about to die, because COVID was changing the oxygen to, so my body, so COVID was like actually like saying, how can I say, like it was making my body replace the oxygen to the other gas, like CO, like other gas on the air, right? Like, so the oxygen was non-existing to my body. So I was straight up dying because no oxygen, no life.
You can't convert.
So what was happening? It was like they had needed to treat me, but since my body was not responding well, they had to put me on coma for 7 days. So for 7 days I was in coma. I was literally like about to die. I came back to life, as I say every time.
Jesus.
Yeah, and when I woke up, it was like the most difficult time ever because I couldn't talk for days. I couldn't walk. I remember when I woke up, I was fucking. How's it called? I forgot the word, but I was like.
Like they had you locked in.
Yeah, they had me locked in because during the coma I was moving, so they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna lock you in," and then, bro, even like it's gonna be like super disgusting, but like even to shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't shit. Like
that's what when you lay in bed.
Like so, I was always laying in bed, and like when I shit, I couldn't go to bathroom. Like they were like I was just shit in my pants. And I was like, bro, I know that I'm shitting on my pants and I cannot control it. You know what I mean? I was like fucked up. And
I was fucked.
I stood at the hospital for like a month. Yeah, a month. Then I came back to home. Then I had a problem due to COVID. Like, it kind of resetted my brain or something. So due to COVID, this like left eye was always looking left alone. Like imagine the left eye was looking always there. So I was seeing every time double. So I had to go back to the hospital and stay another week there. And then when I came back home, I don't know. I was one day I just woke up to play Switch. Because my dad brought me a Switch and I was like, fuck yeah. And then I was playing Switch and then my mom was like, yo, your eyes. I was like, what the hell is happening to my eyes? They're like, you're good. I was like, oh shit, for real? Yeah, I'm good.
It was the Switch, dude.
Yeah.
We can think Nintendo.
Yeah, like, and
wow.
Yeah, it was wild. Like right after.
Were you scared? And also, do you remember anything from the coma?
So I was scared. I was super scared.
Yeah.
And so the coma, they put you on coma, which means imagine the several drugs that put you on coma. So the big thing about having like this like thoughts about I'm gonna die, like straight up, you hear people saying that you're not gonna make it. I remember before going to coma, I sent a message to my parents. They were kind of like on a war at that time, and I put them on a group, and I was like, "Oh, I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. I'm gonna die. I know it. Like, so please watch out the kids, please. And I love you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna die." And like, right after that, like they took my phone, cause I was going to another thing. So my parents were like fucked up. They were like, "Oh shit." And then I didn't actually answer the phone anymore. So everyone's like, "Oh shit!" Like, then he's gonna die. And they had news, of course, but like there was like a 2-3 days that didn't have news from the hospital. Even they calling them, they didn't got news. So they were like terrified, and the coma. So having like bad thoughts with the amount of drugs that they put you in coma creates a fucking bad trip.
Yeah.
So imagine a bad trip, but like for 7 days.
Oh man.
Did it feel like 7 days or did it feel longer? Because a lot of times bad trip time.
It feel longer. Imagine, so my nightmare kinda that I had when I was in coma. It was me constantly like losing my friends and my family every time. Like I was just seeing them go away in a loop. So imagine like a loop for like years.
Dude, what?
Because it felt like years for me.
Yeah.
Like, and I was conscient. I was like actually like conscious about what like, not about coma, but like what was happening.
Yeah.
So it was like consciously, watching my family, my friends going away, and me being alone and like more like lonely with the coma. So I woke up. When I woke up, I was like scared because I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck is happening? Why everything is so wide? Why everything is like, why there's doctors on me? Why people are, I don't know. I had like nurses calling me champion because they're like, yo, Danny, you made it. And I was like, made what? What happened? And I was actually like, I wanted one thing. I remember this part where I woke up middle of the night, and I had this nurse guy talking to my dad on the phone, and I knew that it was my dad because they told me that it was my dad, and I wanted to talk, and I couldn't talk. I couldn't think because I was still drugged about like everything like of the coma, so I couldn't talk. And the guy, I hear him like talking to my dad, like, yeah, he's fine, he's responding, he already ate. And they were like, Danny, you want to say something to your dad? And I couldn't actually think, so I told him like a thing like, tell him I'm coming. And like my father, it was so funny because like my father actually went to me, like it was like, now that I knew that Danny was wake up, because like it's only him to actually say shit like that. I'm coming, bro. Who the fuck says I'm coming? Like what the fuck? Like who the fuck says I'm coming? And like yeah, that's the thing. And then like the worst part was when I got back to the normal life, and you're like you having the same, because the nightmares won't go away, right? Like it's like something that I had the same fucking nightmare for like 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, like all the time. I had nightmares. I had a really big PTSD over the years. I still have actually, but like you just got to a point where I don't like to be alone. If I'm alone, I freak the fuck out, like literally. If I'm alone to it, like in somewhere. That's why this job for me, it's like challenging every time, because believe it or not, being a DJ, being an artist, it's a fucking lonely job. You meet a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. You meet a lot of people, but it's lonely. If you for example, I'm here with the homies, like, right, but like I'm going to Denver, a city that I never been before, and I'm going there alone. I'm gonna be at the airport alone. I'm gonna be at the plane alone. Even there's a lot of people, you're always feeling alone, right? So this is one of like the problems of my PTSD. It's like being alone, and like this job is challenging for that reason, because believe it or not, you're always alone. So that's why I take this job like really seriously, because like it's like facing my fears every fucking time. And after COVID, I had some problems, in life and shit, and like I couldn't actually like adapt to the real world anymore. There were certain things that like the first 6 months were fucking hard. Like there was certain things that I couldn't do anymore for the first 6 months, which were walking, for example, a mile was hard to me. Even like walking, I don't know, I'll say 100 meters was hard to me, because I would actually like get exhausted after walking that much.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I went with my mom to the pharmacy, and it was like, it was at the end of the block, and I was walking with my mom, and my mom, she's sick too. She has like a disease too, and she was at the end she was kind of carrying me, because I couldn't actually move that much, and like, you know, I love DJ. I told it, so I couldn't DJ because I couldn't last more than 3 minutes standing DJing. So it was fun because like I'll DJ, I'll do DJ live streams at the time, sitting, literally like chilling like this and DJing. And people were like, "Hey bro, it's funny. Like, why you not stand up?" I was like, "Bitch, I just woke up from a coma. What the fuck you mean?"
Yeah.
Like, let me chill, bro.
Yeah.
At least I'm doing something that I like, right? Like, and I had like a lot of problems, even like, you know, with tiredness. I still have actually, like, I kind of like, you know, you sleep a lot and shit because you get exhausted more, easily, you know, and like that's one of the things that actually still here. It's like I get exhausted really, 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 really fast. I can play a show and shit, but like, yeah, I get exhausted real fast, and I have to sleep. Sometimes, bro, sometimes you'll find me on a festival and I'm just crawling on some fucking couch and I'm sleeping, because I do that every time. And but yeah, the COVID experience was pretty much the worst experience ever.
Yeah, I mean, I was just, bro, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And
I mean,
just,
you know what, like,
goddamn,
I was sorry too, but then I was like, you know what,
yeah,
sometimes you need like a heads up in life. It's wild, but like, it's not, I mean, I don't wish anyone like to actually have this like heads up,
near death experience.
Yeah, but like sometimes you need a heads up in life, and you need to understand the fuck you're doing this world in, right?
Remind you what's important, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you opened up FL Studio right after.
Exactly, bro.
Like
back, I worked like, bro, sometimes people like be like, "Yo, dang, how you make it? How you make it? How you make it?" Like I told that shit like before, but like I was like, "How you make it?" You know, like actually I did a post on Twitter, so because someone asked me, "Yeah, Danny, how to get shows like you, or how you get shows?" And like I got that shit answered like that question every time till get me mad, because like, why I'm mad? Because bro, for me it's, I worked for it, you know, I worked for it. Like, I didn't ask anyone how to get shows. I got from a coma right when I got home, you know, I was weak as fuck. I opened FL Studio. Fucking I don't know, 20 days later, I released the fucking song. Right.
That's epic.
You know, I finished the song, I released it. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, and I worked for, I don't know, for 2 years straight, non-stop.
Wow.
Right, on music, right after my coma. You know, and that shit got me to a little bit more isolated from my family, a little bit more isolated from my friends, even though I got lots of new friends after it, and like it was super good. But like, yeah, it got me isolated, and actually got me like to a point that now I'm kind of like burned out, because I'm like, I need to live my life, bro. Like, all right, I've accomplished a lot of things. That's cool, and I'm gonna accomplish more, maybe. But like, I need to have a life. I need to visit spots. I need to make new friends. Maybe, you know, have a girl. Who knows? But like, you know, I need to experience life, because, you know, all right, I had a near-death experience. I worked a lot after it, and but like, I didn't have a real life at the same time, you know, and I don't want to like have a new near-death experience and do the same thing as I did last time, which was, oh shit, did I live my life right? Because I was asking myself that shit every time. I was like, bro, if I died right now, what I've done in my life. You know what I mean? Like, what I've done in my life.
I definitely think about that too. But you have done.
Yeah, now I have done. Yeah. You know, but like at the time, I was like, what I've done in my life. Like, my life is not complete. I didn't, you know, I'm not living my life was shit. You know what I mean? I was on a point where I was like questioning myself. And like that experience was right on the point where I was questioning myself. You know, and you know that's why this experience was even harder, and you know when you think about it, you know they were full at the hospitals, and you know when you think deeper, you're like, oh shit, someone had to die so I can take their spot at the hospital, and they're like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
then you think like someone's family had to die so I can take the spot. And you know they could actually if they wanted they could work on that person, you know, and leave me for die. But no, they choose to actually pick me up because I was younger. I was like 21 at the time, so I was young. So they had to leave someone to die to pick me there. So I need to cherish more my life and do whatever the fuck I want to do, you know. And you know I know a lot of people like look up to me and you know I don't want to deceive those persons too. So but you know myself first, because bro, you know I don't want to leave with regrets or you know what I mean.
Yeah, so, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you might be just gotta explore some new stuff. Someone was telling me this the other day. I was like, the most basic thing. It was just like, if you get bored with what you're doing, literally just do something else. And I'm not saying you have to do, but like, just pick up like a new thing. Like you can keep doing what you're doing, but just like
exactly.
You know, and it sounds like you want to explore some other stuff.
I want to like get to know myself more.
Yeah.
And like, I got to know myself while DJing. That's the thing. It's like DJing got to know myself more. I'm like, you know, I just realized like not long ago that was like, oh shit, I always thought that I didn't have like confidence and like self-confidence. And I was like, bro, when I DJ, look how I look, bro. I'm kind of hot, not gonna lie. Like,
let's go.
Real. No, for real. Like, I'm like, oh shit, I'm kind of hot, not gonna lie. I'm like, what? Like,
with that hat on, I mean, come on,
bro. Look at my hat. Like,
yeah. Look at that sexy American tour.
But yeah, like you know, got like a lot of shit got me happy, like got me thinking, like, you know, that's why I love music, because music, it's like it unites people. That's not a lie. It unites people, and like, you may don't like people, you know. Some people you don't like. There's some people that I don't like, but like there's you know, like people that I love. Those people I've met them in music. All my best friends, I met them in music. There's no single one that I didn't met with music, you know. And like those best friends are the kind that if I actually like, I'm bad, those guys lift me up.
Yeah.
Thanks to the music. You know, and it unites people, you know, and we're, especially in bass music, we are all fucking nerds. Tell me one person that is not a nerd. No, we are all nerds. You say, you'll see sometimes we have like these stereotypes about, you know, people that go to gym and like they are fucking build up people, like, you know, like muscle people. Mm-hmm. They will listen to dubstep. They were like, yeah, shit. I play Call of Duty and I listen to that. They're like, fuck, you see?
Yeah.
You're fucking look-alike. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking look-alike. Mm-hmm. You just go to see a gym. I don't, but fuck it. But like, you see, like, we're all nerds. We all understand each other. Yeah. And, I mean, of course, there's specifications, like special things. But like, we all nerds and we all loved some things. And like, even though dubstep is big in America, it's still a niche thing. It's still something niche.
Yeah.
Still something like, probably like most of the gamers do it, right? You know, and like, this is something that I find it like beautiful, because we all unite for the same shit, right? Like, I don't know, I'm so happy when someone goes and like, you know, I remember in Texas, I went to play Dallas, and like, there was like this guy, he came to me, he was like, yo, I like you, you're kind of different. I was like, why? Because you know, one of the artists that actually didn't went to the green room yet, you're still in the crowd. I was like, yeah, because I want to watch the crowd. I've never been here. I'm curious. I'm like curious about the crowd. I'm curious about how, like, who is playing right now. You know, I want to show up. Like, I want to show up. I was like, who is playing right now? I never watched these artists playing, right? Because I'm curious, because I love this, right? I'm not, you know, I'm not a superstar. And even if I was, I would always be like this. Cause bro,
get in the crowd with the people that like the music.
Bro, I was on Rampage, bro, and I was literally moshing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Bro, fuck that. Like, I was moshing. I was like, fuck yeah. Because, bro, there was like artists, even though they're my friends, there were artists that I never saw them live. And I was like, oh shit, they're super good live.
Yeah.
I want to be like them, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you see Shaquille O'Neal, DJ Diesel was in the crowd, headbanging right in the front row, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you gotta. There's a reason we all get into this in the first place, and that's because we love it, right?
Exactly.
And you just can't lose that when you become an artist. And
because a lot of people, I mean, not a lot of people, like, but like, most of the people that lose it, it's because they're like, oh shit, I'm the shit now. But like, bro, you know, it's like, there's an artist, I don't know if you guys know about Sam Feld.
I've heard, I know who he is, but yeah.
He has a Twitter page, and like, you always do like balances like true things. And he was like, yeah, bro, the scene is a roller coaster. Today you're at top, tomorrow you're like low. And what makes you like go and be like a little bit, you know, in the middle, it's like producing and like and loving the job, I think. So you gotta love your job. You know, for me it's a job. For me it's like,
I just want to read these real quick because I did find them. They were written today and 2 days ago. 2 days ago he said, "You want to know the secret behind my success as a DJ and producer? It's simple. I chased what I loved, and now I'm living proof that you can turn your passions into a career. And today, the music industry is a roller coaster. 1 minute you're up, the next you're down, but as long as we keep producing, we'll always bounce back." I like that.
Bro,
I like
you
that.
know what I mean? And like, I mean, Sam Feld is a Sam Feld. You know what I mean? Like, if he's saying that, why another random ass dude will say the opposite way?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. You know, I mean, of course, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. You know, I have my, you know, I'm always gentle with people, of course, like, unless if you actually piss me off, then I'm not real gentle. But like, yeah, because, bro, I've had like stories and shit about people that, you know, they were like just not cool. You know, like, for example, you know, a lot of people, things that I don't like, you know, guys that hate, like that beat girls or whatever. And I saw that, and I actually went there and beat the shit out of them because, like, they were doing that. Why? Because I don't like, you know, disrespect.
Yeah.
You know? And I think there's, like, a way, like, I don't like also, like, you know, people that hang out with you because you're that person. I mean, we all do.
Like people that just like feed off your what you've done.
I mean, a lot of people, you know, they want to feed themselves to you without even knowing you.
Yeah.
You know, there's things that, you know, I love when people actually talk to me. Like, I don't like when people go to you, be like, hey, like no, not even hey this. It's like, do this for me.
Yeah, because you're in a position of, you can do that for them, and they just like.
Or hey, I love your music. Do this for me. I'm like, bro, you don't even know me.
Yeah,
get to know me. Like, talk to me. Like, bro, talk to me.
Listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
like, listen to this whole fucking
exactly.
podcast.
Like, bro, like, look at me. Like, I had people like, I had like a guy going to me. It's like, yeah, help me. I'm like, bro, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah,
but help me, because I like your music. Help me. Liking my music, it's not an excuse.
Yeah,
I like my own fucking music too.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I like fucking, I don't know, Justin Bieber songs, and I'm not going to him like, be like, can you help me, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's not like that. Get to know the person first. There's humans behind it. They will not help you. They're not robots. They're not like fucking NPCs. No, they are real humans behind every artist. Whatever, if he's gentle or not, there's real humans, right? And like, if you don't get to know the human behind it, how you're supposed to get the things that you want?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we all human. We all have problems, bro. Like, we all struggle, bro. I struggle in my life. Like, do people think that actually, like, yo, I'm surfing in money? No, bro. Like, if I was surfing in money, bro, I'll be happy, bro. I will be the same too, but I will be happy, bro. I'll even leave my fucking room, bro. I will be like having my PS5 here, like,
get all my stuff,
bro. Get all my stuff, bro. My studio will be like a fucking good studio, and I will be fucked up. You know what I mean? I will be like, let's go. I'll be like fucking, I don't know, Kinders, bro. I will be like Kinders.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention the Kinders.
Kinders.
If you want to get to the center of Dr. Ushūu's heart, get him a Kinder.
The soft, gooey center.
Yeah. Buenos, bro.
Kinders are the soft spot.
Or iced tea, bro. I love iced tea. It's like my
high C.
Yeah, iced tea.
Oh, iced tea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unsweetened with a little lemon or something, or what?
Like,
do you
sweetened with a little lemon on it. Oh
nice.
My god.
All right, let's wrap this guy up just because I'm scared I'm going to run out of space. But any shout outs real quick?
All right, shout out to my manager, Tom, for being a cutie and a sexy ass guy. Shout out to my friends, Bondi. I love you guys. Shout out to my French friends. Shout out to Jord, an MB artist. Shout out to Austin, Colton, Munchie, Prism Talent Agency. Shout out to the Grocery Boys, because I fucking love you too. Shout out to everyone that is listening to this podcast, and my fans, bro. Like, without them, I wouldn't be here. And if you're a fan, you're a homie. That's the thing. That's how it works. So
but just don't ask for stuff necessarily.
I mean, you can ask, but like,
yeah.
At least be like, yo, what's up, Daddy? How was your fucking day? Have you actually pooped? You want a Kinder? All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you guys for
That was a
being here.
journey. Mace, thank
Good
you.
to have you.
I don't normally thank Mace, but thank you.
Thank you.
As always. Thank you, listeners, for if you got this far, good on you. That was a journey.
Yay.
Peace.
Peace.